So what does she do?
So today I am joined by Poppy, who runs the page The Common Passion.
Well done.
Thank you. So thank you so much for joining us, Poppy. Do you mind telling us what you do and how do you describe it to people?
I think confused chaos and just controlled chaos, I think is the word.
Ooh.
So I'm doing a master's in psychology. And I work as a behaviour therapist, and I run 2 Instagrams. I run The Common Passion, which is like my personal page advocating against age gap abuse at a young age, and also Close the Consent Gap, and we're trying to stagger the consent laws in the UK.
That is amazing. You sound like a very busy girl, Poppy.
Yeah.
One thing I'm really interested in is, you campaigning to close the consent gap and age gap relationship abuse. Is that what you call it? So do you mind telling us like how you got into it?
I think it was just a succession of like kind of shit years or like bad years, if we're going to censor it, for a few years. So I was groomed by a 40-year-old man when I was 17, 18, like that kind of age. Had a breakdown because it was a secret relationship. Diagnosed with PTSD, was really unwell, missed most of university. And then I had nearly recovered from that. And then I had sepsis this time last year. And I think I was just like, I don't want to keep quiet anymore about it. And you can't, like, something has just revolutionized within me that's just like, I don't want to be quiet anymore. And it's been, really life-changing, actually. And it's just kind of gone from strength to strength. I can literally have like 3 followers or like 300,000. Like I just shouting about it.
As long as it helps one person properly, that's all that's important. And I just want to say, I think it is incredible and amazing that you've taken, a difficult and negative experience and you're using that to help others that may be in a similar situation to what you went through. I think it's so important. We need more Poppies in the world, okay?
I just don't feel like there is that space because it's quite a taboo topic, and I feel like I was a secret for 2 years, right? So I wasn't allowed to tell anyone, like threatened.
Again,
all of
that's part of it, right?
Like the coercive control, like all of that. So now I think even afterwards, I still had to like over-explain myself about what happened to me, like why I wasn't at uni, like why I did this, why I was unwell.
Making excuses, right?
Yeah, and then I realised that actually it's not my shame, but I think a lot of people, particularly because it's not illegal, it's like people will just be like, oh, well, it's legal, so.
Yeah, and a lot of this has come to light, with the recent Russell Brand thing, and that's actually how I think I found you. We found each other through that. So if we're gonna thank him for one thing, it's only gonna be
that. It's not his comedy, is it? Let's be honest.
No, it's not gonna be that, but it's a really, in some ways it can help you out because it's kind of highlighted the importance of closing that consent gap.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it kind of funny because he definitely was like, he's doing this like PR spurious like campaign thing, and it's like he definitely went into that interview like, I'm gonna tell them it was legal in the UK, and everyone's just gone, hold on, wait a minute.
Backfired.
And then he goes, I was an immature 30-year-old, and it's like, well, she was 16.
Yeah.
So,
but in some ways, every cloud, it's kind of opened the doors and highlighted how important the work that you're doing is. So, can you tell us what a typical day in your life looks like?
It's kind of just like squeezing as much stuff into like 12 hours as I possibly can. So I feel like it is just literally like a million different plates that I'm like trying not to drop,
to
like
spin.
You literally like that kind of thing. So it would be like masters, if there's a deadline, I need to get that done. Might be like statistics, like that kind of thing. Content as well, like when I can. But I feel like with the content, it's like a hobby, so I kind of just want to do that all the time.
Yeah, do it all the time. It's not a hobby. Like I said, the stuff you're doing is really important.
Yeah.
Prioritize it, girl.
Yeah, there's also like paying rent as well, but
yeah, true. There
bills
is that. Bills have got to get paid.
So there's that. Like I love doing that. And then I'm a behavior therapist, so I like do like my client casework, whatever. And then what else would I do? Might nip for a sauna because that's literally like my happy place. Like I adore them. Maybe see friends, like, yeah. So just try and cram as much in as I
heard
can.
you like the pub as well.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You missed that off the list.
Well, I just think it's like something that our generation is starting. Like, I'm not actually a massive drinker, but it's like the community side of it, like sitting down and having a chat. But it's like everyone's, I mean, it's going to sound, you might need to edit this out, but everyone's just like at the gym. And I went on a Friday and I was like, everyone looks really depressed.
Yeah.
And it was sunny. I was like, why?
Skip the gym on a Friday night.
What are we doing, ladies?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What's wrong with like your girls at the pub?
Yeah, true. You don't have to. You can have just a tonic.
I've been sober
pint of
like,
Coke.
Yeah, it's just a chat. It's the unhinged chat at the pub.
Exactly, and I think pages like yours are actually creating more room for more conversation to be had, whether it's online or in the pub or at the gym.
Yeah, true. In the sauna, I love a chat in the sauna.
Oh,
yeah, I love it. I'm that one that's like
them steamy chats, them hot and steamy chats.
I just won't shut up once you get me started.
So, Poppy, when do you most feel like yourself? Is it in the sauna?
Yeah, maybe. I love it. When I'm around friends and family, and I'm really feeling myself, or if I'm just like walking down the street and I got my headphones in, and I'm just like, hell yeah. And I got my little like 2 small like £4 coffee. I'm like, this is peak existence. Probably listening to like a podcast on like coercive control and like domestic violence, and it's like this really brutal thing. But I'm like, education.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You're educating yourself, and you can feed that on to others.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, in your own little world with your flat white. Nice, I like it. So, how do you measure success? And I want to hear your perspective on success to do with what you're campaigning around.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think success for me would be, like I've said to you, that my goal in life, like as long as I've been like a little kid, I've wanted babies. Like I've wanted a family, whether that's with someone or on my own. Like that, I just know that's what I've wanted. And I'm creating a life that I can have children but support myself appropriately, like financially, like have a career, because people don't talk about the fact that it affects women so much to have them. Like you often are on benefits after, so
statutory, maternity pay, no pension contributions, all of this stuff that really does impact.
You've also got to think about it, but people, they don't want you to think about it, do they? Like I'm trying to be financially literate, and I think the campaigning with the consent is like, those babies that I want so much, I want them to be protected in a way that I wasn't, because when it's happening to you, like Alice, who Russell Brand has confirmed to have had a relationship with now.
Yeah, just the one we know about.
Yeah, the 16-year-old. She said that her mum had no power to do anything, to intervene, because it was legal. So I think, knowing the effects of age gap abuse, I would like to
spread the word, education,
the next generation.
Yeah, the importance around the difference between legality and morality, because just because something's legal, it doesn't mean that it's right. That's my favourite saying at the minute.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Every like negative comment I get, just because it's legal doesn't make it right.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
We're here to educate. We're here to educate.
For real.
Okay, so what advice would you give your younger self?
I think just that, like, the better side is coming. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it's better than you could have expected. And I think it's just like in those really dark moments, and I can remember like getting the train back from Manchester back home, and I was so unwell, and I just like had to like physically restrain myself because I didn't want to jump in front of the train, which sounds really dark.
No, it's honest.
But that's the thing, I don't have any shame about it. Like it was a chemical thing in my brain. It was trauma. Like it's not me. And just like staying here and like staying on that platform and just like fighting every single day for like 5 years, and then life just becomes easy again.
Oh, well, you've been through a tough time, Poppy, and like I said earlier, I find it admirable that you're taking this dark, negative, sad experience and, you know, trying to help others.
Yeah.
Use what you've been through to educate and help others. And like, it's really important. If just one person comes across your video and they find that
Thank you.
to help,
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's really important.
I
That's
really
why I wanted people to find out what you do. So what does she do? Yeah.
Nice drop.
Thank you. Poppy, what is one thing you wish that women were more honest with each other about?
I think it's being more honest with each other. I think we struggle to voice how we feel and what we want, say from a friendship, or it could be at work. And I think it's easy not to kind of tiptoe around it and make everything easier for everyone else. But sometimes I think it's just really important to have upfront conversations and not be passive aggressive or anything, and not stereotyping, but I mean, I see myself doing it. It's like I really won't confront if someone's upset me. I'll just like bow down and let it be okay. But I think just having like frank, honest conversations, but knowing that you love each other and you respect each other.
Yeah. Sometimes just say things. I think as women, we often worry a lot about upsetting others.
Yeah.
And certain conversations have to be had at certain times.
Yeah.
Right? So
I think just honesty.
Yeah. Whether you write it down, make a song about it,
Yeah.
a poem, just communicate what you want to say. Right. And what is one issue that is affecting women that you would like to see tackled?
I think it's the obvious answer. It's the staggered age of consent. I think it affects both men and women. It doesn't just primarily affect women, but I think young girls are really sexualized by, say, like dressing up as schoolgirls. You know how that's still like a Hindu theme and stuff like that.
Do you know what? I actually, when I was underage but going to nightclubs, I went to a school disco. So I was actually still in school, but I went and bought a sexy school uniform outfit to wear to the pub.
It's
to the club.
mental.
No, sorry, not the pub.
And it's always like, it's like this concept around virginity, and you don't have like, men are kind of taught about their sexuality from a young age, but women don't have that. You don't learn about pleasure or anything. Like, it's not taught at school, is it? Like,
yeah, there's a massive, like, as I've grown older, the more I've realised I was really failed at school with sex education.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually went to an all-girls convent, and we were like disruptive one afternoon, so they ban us from our sex ed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's the police. The police are coming. Yeah, that was outrageous.
Yeah, so I work with autistic children and individuals, and I've noticed, and like from what I know about the schooling system, I mean, neurotypical kids don't get any sex education, like, as we know, but for vulnerable children, they're given even less, and they are a more vulnerable population. So I'm developing a way to teach consent to autistic and nonverbal children, which can be used for neurotypical kids as well, and young adults. Because I feel like it's really important, because I feel like they're just a demographic that's kind of been forgotten. Yeah. But being neurodivergent makes you more susceptible to something like that, because you're vulnerable. Yeah, vulnerable and like non-verbal and stuff. That must be really difficult. So again, you're doing so many
sometimes
you can't
things.
even physically say no. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we need to give them skills and support them, because they're going to be a demographic that's always forgotten, and that's not fair, because they're incredible individuals. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Poppy. Again, I just want to say thank you. I think pages like yours are super important. You're educating people, and you are an example of how you can take a negative and quite dark experience and try and
so much.
Make good use of it, if that's the way to put it.
I really appreciate it. Thanks, Hope.
All right.